Hello again. Another KwaZulu-Natal ANC councillor is being laid to rest this afternoon. Cassim Phiri, the branch deputy chair in Ward 14, eThekwini region, was gunned down last night. My colleague, that's eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge, is following that story for us. We were with him a little bit earlier in the last hour at Kwandengezi, at the home of the late Cassim Phiri, when there were prayers there, members of the ANC, close family, friends and relatives paying their last respects. But now you've moved to Marian Hill at the mosque where the burial service, the prayers are going to be taking place. Siphamandla, what's the latest? What's happening there?
Well, Cassim Phiri has been laid to rest. You know, it's so, how can I put it? I'm trying to find the correct word to put it. Devastating, tragic, that yesterday he told his family members and his comrades that he was going to a meeting, he will come back. Never came back, he was shot and killed. And as I'm doing this live interview with you, he's been laid to rest, or he's being laid to rest. It's over. His family members will never see him again. Within a space of 24 hours, they've lost their father, their brother, the breadwinner, their loved one, just like that. Click, click, gone. Barrel of the gun. That's what it takes in South Africa to get rid of someone. Painful. I've covered so many stories of politicians being gunned down, but you know, to witness this, someone not so long ago was alive, having plans, discussing with family members what he would want to do, told them that he was coming back. He never made it back home. He attended a meeting of a party that he has served for so many years. He dedicated his youthful life. He was born in 1985 and today he's gone. And he had served in the youth structures of the ANC, including the Youth League. For now, the motive of his killing is not known. Police are investigating the murder case. His family members say they don't want to speculate, but they are devastated by his killing. Earlier on, I spoke to his uncle, that is Mr. Ishmael Masego. He told me that, well, as family members, he never really told them that his life was under threat. Even his political work, he never really discussed anything that bothered him. So they were surprised, shocked and devastated when they received the sad news that he had been gunned down. Let's take a listen.
Qala nje akakhulu utho akawasireportela khona ukuthi ena kunabantu abamthreatenishayo and besicabanga nje ukuthi isimo sinormal yana kuyena nje. So not unless ngalelo suku ke izolo la ufika khona ngathi uhlangane nabo abafana abawu2 abasuspectayo. So abamlandele wazi bayofika kwiseni la abafika khona bamdubulela khona into siyaziyo njengamanje.
Ubephuma emhlanganweni ngaleso sikhathi?
Yebo bephuma emhlanganweni baba.
Umhlangano wakhongolose.
Yeah, bekuyi recruitment drive ka ANC. So ilaba bembe khona ngoba amanye ama comrade masizwa kuthiwa besehambile wasala yena ngemuva ke laba emthole khona basebeyamdubula ke esesele namanye ama comrade awu2. No, by the way ngathi belilodwa comrade ebesesele nale emotweni bafika la khona ke amanye ama approach ka left amanye ama approach ka right bafika bamdubulela khona ke.
Well, Mr. Piri is not the first ANC leader recently to be shot and killed in that area of eThekwini in KwaZulu-Natal. What is the ANC saying about these ongoing attacks?
It's the general comment that they are concerned like everybody else. They are calling on law enforcement authorities and agencies to speed up the investigation so that the family members of the deceased will find closure. But they do concede that this is worrying simply because this is the 5th person to be killed in recent weeks. These are all ANC members in eThekwini region alone that I'm talking about. Yes, there have been other political killings in KwaZulu-Natal, or should I say killings that have been said to have been related to politics in KwaZulu-Natal, involving other political parties as well, including the IFP and the NFP. So the killing of political activists, volunteers, leaders and members of political parties in KwaZulu-Natal is not only confined to the ANC. Other political parties have also suffered. But in eThekwini alone, within the ANC, more than 5 people have been gunned down in recent weeks, and the provincial Provincial Secretary of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, Bheki Mtolo, says this is worrying and the police must do all they can to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. But he also says intelligence structures must focus on gathering information that will prevent such attacks. He has criticized intelligence structures in the country, saying they are playing into the political or into the politics of the ANC, factionalized politics of the ANC, instead of doing their job in gathering information and knowledge that will prevent such acts. Let's take a listen.
Our analysis is that we've lost, in a short space of time, 5 leaders in eThekwini. I think there's an underground work to intimidate people to associate themselves with the ANC in eThekwini, especially young people, because they are now targeting young people that are working very hard. I think they want to instill fear because they see that the ANC is coming strong in KwaZulu-Natal, but particularly in eThekwini. Remember, in eThekwini now is one of the most stable regions of our province and our country. I think there's an underground work that we must not undermine to intimidate young people, so that when they associate themselves with the ANC, they must think that ANC and death is one and the same thing. I think, but we are not cowards. We are not born of cowards. We are not going to be intimidated. We're going to carry the spear of Comrade Cassim and soldier on. We'll defeat them.
And what about the ANC's regional leadership? Because I understand, Siphamandla, most of these leaders who've been killed recently are from eThekwini.
That's correct, and a number of cases remain unsolved in eThekwini or unresolved in eThekwini, and the regional leadership is concerned about that. Today, the regional leadership of the ANC in eThekwini was led by the chairperson Zandile Kumete and regional secretary Musa Nciki. I also spotted deputy regional secretary, and that is Mr. Nkosenhle Madlala, who went to the family to pay their last respects to the deceased. They say they would want to see more action from the police in solving some of these murder cases that have happened in eThekwini, because more than 5 activists, leaders and members of the ANC have been gunned down in eThekwini in recent months. But Musa Nciki, or should I say in recent weeks, Musa Nciki, who's the regional secretary, is of the view that this is pure criminality. He says South Africa is plagued by violent crime, and that is the crisis that the country needs to deal with in order for such cases to be eliminated. He says it's not only politicians that are gunned down in South Africa. It happens every day that South Africans are gunned down. So if you don't address the issue of rampant violent crime, you will not be able to have a free, safe, stable and peaceful society. Let's listen in.
Angeke ngize ngikufakazise lokho. Amaphoyisa ofana kasilekelele lokho. Kodwa ke ngaphandle kwalokho ikhona nayo element ecrime. Eniyakhula icrime. Uyabo okuchaza ukuthi ke njenge-ANC kufanele sifake ipressure nathi kuhulumeni wethu emaphoyiseni ukuthi ayakabophe manje.
Crime kufanele iqedwe uyena uhulumeni kaKhongolose. Inini eniphethizwe, inini enensiza kusebenza ama resources. Is the ANC led government that should eradicate crime in South Africa?
No, kuyiqiniso lokho kuphela fanele kunye sikuvume ukuthi hayi kukhona kwezinye indawo la esibheke khona and fanele siqinise khona. Yilokho sisho ukuthi sifuna ufaka ipressure amaphoyisa improve indlela asebenza ngayo. Uma kunalezi zimo asheshe baboshwe abantu.
Thank you very much. Siphamandla Goge there with that update from the funeral of Cassim Phiri, who's already been laid to rest. He was gunned down last night after attending an ANC meeting in Durban. And now he is no more. Investigation still going on. He's one of the latest in a list of several ANC local leaders there who have been shot and killed in recent months.